So heading home a little early, leaving work early, so that I can get my new glasses, my new reading glasses. When I first got reading glasses, I wouldn't wear them, but now it's like my arms aren't long enough for me to stretch out to read stuff. So now I have to wear them. Bus cut me off. This week so far, I was able to get some exercise in, jumping rope more and more, and getting a little bit better at it. And I remember when I was a kid, once I was able to get the technique down to skipping rope without messing up for long periods, you can get much better cardio out of it and much better muscle fatigue out of it too. And with my size, the constant jumping, like my calves are burning. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week. So just as a midweek check-in, I was able to get a little bit further in some things this week, or this weekend at least. I was able to declutter a little, and I was also able to get in more workouts. And I'm starting my decluttering in the garage, because that's where the clutter is, all in the garage and in my storage closet. It's like or also another closet has storage bins as well. It's all these storage bins that we just decided to store a bunch of stuff that for some reason we either didn't feel like sifting through it at the time, or we thought we wanted to keep it. And there also were a few boxes. And what I did on this past weekend was go through some of the boxes, and Monday morning I was able to take those boxes to the dump, which was pretty good. I also went to the gym to lift, and I don't know, I'm still a little apprehensive about recording in the gym, but I did lift. I did shoulders and abs, and if I could do shoulders twice a week, that would be great eventually, but not yet. So far, it's once a week, and I'm hoping to work out at least 3 times a week, and to build up to 5 or 6 times a week of resistance training, and then to add rowing to my cardio. Not a bad week so far. Hopefully I can finish up the week even better. I'm on spring break for school right now. The school I'm attending is on spring break, which my spring breaks are not as fun as they used to be when I was a lot younger, but it is nice to get a little bit of a break from coursework. And the cool thing is about spring break is I have my syllabi, so I can catch up on some readings, or not catch up, but get ahead on some readings during spring break, which is what I've done. I'm in a group project, and I was hoping my group would want to meet, but I'm getting ghosted a little bit. I sent them a message saying, hey, should we meet once or twice during spring break, it'll be a Zoom meeting, and discuss our project, maybe divvy up assignments so that we can get it done, and we're not going last minute in mid-April when the assignment is due. And I haven't gotten a response, and that's just one of those things that happen when you are assigned group projects. Some people are more motivated than others at times, and not as much. Maybe in a few weeks, one of them or both of them, there's 3 of us, will want to do something in the project, and I won't have the time or something like that, which is a good reason to get started early. But I'm not going to hate on them too hard, because they may have stuff going. They may have kids and things to do for spring break, and they just don't want to be bothered with schoolwork at all. So, which is understandable. On Saturday, I'll probably do more of an I'm hoping to make multiple posts between now and Saturday, because I really want to post something on Friday that'll be fairly new. It'll be about, just one of the things I talked about in my first video is how I get my inspiration from movies. And I'd love to post about a movie that inspired me a lot, that I mentioned briefly, or I won't say mentioned, I showed it briefly in my first video. But I get a lot of inspiration from movies. I don't know if that's just me, if that's weird, but a lot of times to get myself motivated for a task or for a workout, or sometimes I'll either go to either music or movies. And a lot of the times the movies are from my childhood. There are some movies that are from adulthood that are very inspirational, but the reason why people from my generation, Generation X, talk about movies so much, and we for some reason have this connection with movies from our childhood, is that when we were children, we didn't have all of the technology to illustrate things for us. Our imaginations were so sensitive and so vibrant that it was something about movies that made you feel a certain way. And it's hard to explain, to be honest. It was just something about movies and music. It hit you differently than it does now. And I'm not going to say it's because the music was better back then. I know when a lot of people hit middle age, they get that, that's not music, that's not music. I don't believe that's true, even though I'm not going to go down that road, because there is a lot of music that's awesome today, and there are a lot of musicians that are these phenomenal artists that are just experts at their craft. So it's not because the music was better then, it's because the world was different then and music hit you differently. Movies were the same thing. Movies are just as awesome today as they were then. In fact, to be honest, movies today are a lot less corny than 80s movies. But in the 80s, we could accept that because, first of all, we were younger. And secondly, it's because we had, like I said, our imaginations were, I don't know, they were just so much more potent. When you have a stronger imagination, like we had that Muppet Baby imagination where it's just, you can go to a different place with a little bit of entertainment. And a lot of entertainment when I was a kid, it was just part of my socialization. It made me amped about going after things when I got older, about independence. And that's what it's about. A lot of movies, it's about independence, about looking within yourself and just going after some goals. And that's, I guess that's how I'm still that way today. And those are the kinds of movies that I'm going to talk about. And the first movie is going to be big on that, about looking inside yourself and just going after shit. I like those movies where you have that one person who just knew they can do it and thought they can do it, and they staggered and struggled, because of everybody else's, bullshit opinion. If you know in your heart that you can accomplish the task that you're going after, you should just keep going. So I'm gonna try to post this update today, and then I want to post a video about habit formation, because I did do some reading on habit forming, and it's not anything profound, but I think maybe it'll help someone else the way it helped me. I'm going to test out 5 habit forming methods. I'm going to list those methods and how I'm going to test those out. And at the very least, maybe I'll try these habit forming methods and screw up, and anyone watching will know what you should not do. But I did do some reading on it, and I think that's where everything starts. I have to form good habits. I can come up with all kinds of meal plans and workout plans. I can pay professionals to give me meal plans and workout plans, but if I'm not capable of sticking with those tasks, if I don't have good habits, then it doesn't matter how good a program is if you don't have the discipline to stick with it. So, all right, I'm going to pick up my new glasses. I am back. Let's see how these. All right, so those are the new glasses, new reading glasses. But definitely help me read better, and they will keep computer screens from burning my eyes because they have a blue light filter as well. So, which has some new special name, but time to go home so I can watch the little one while my partner takes the older one to Taekwondo. And that's about it. Next time.